Hey, Salvador Brakeman here. Welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about some of the free ways that you can get visitors to your blog. So if you're struggling to get traffic and attention and eyeballs on your site, you're gonna like today's video, and this might actually change your entire blogging career and the way you think about blogging. I think you're gonna like it a lot. It's coming up right after this. So you've done the writing, you finally got the blog, man, and now it's like, how do I get people on the site? How do I get people reading the articles? How do I get visitors to actually appear on my blog? When I first started my blog, well, I had a blog in high school that it wasn't super serious about, and then I started my first professional blog when I was a student at George Washington University. And when I was a student, I was like, I don't even know why people would want to read what I have to say, right? And I'm writing about a business topic that I have very little experience with. So I'm like, why would even people be interested in what I have to say? And it made me very reluctant. It made me very reluctant to do things like promote myself or to market my articles, because I'm like, no one's gonna be interested in reading this probably. And I started to really kind of beat down myself mentally. And I would also say things like, what if people are like, you are a fraud, you don't know what you're talking about? And they'd leave those like angry comments, you know, in the YouTube section or on my blog. And I was afraid, I was scared about that. Even having some of my friends like read that and be like, haha, like, why are you writing about this, right? And I wasn't very emotionally strong and committed, I think, with where I was going, because it was something that was so new for me, and you might relate and resonate with that. The first step when it comes to promotion starts with you. And this is really the basis of marketing and sales. It's very hard to market a product or to sell a product that you yourself don't believe in. And it shows. It shows that you don't care. If you're talking to someone trying to sell them a product or trying to sell them a car and you don't really believe in it, or you think it's not a good product, it's gonna show up in your tone of voice, it's gonna show up in your actual energy, and even your commitment to do whatever it takes to get someone to buy that particular product. And the same thing goes for blogging. If you're not confident in an article, or you just kind of threw it together, the most you're gonna do is maybe tweet it out, right? Or maybe post it on your Facebook and hope that people actually watch it. You're not gonna do the religious and important steps in order to promote this thing, share it in different social media groups, email other people, mention people in the article, and then link them to that way, comment in other blogs, share it on forums. You're not gonna be willing to do that because you yourself feel like, I don't know how good I feel about this article. So the first step is to really give it your all, to put everything into an article that you can take it super seriously. And at the end of writing that and publishing it, you should feel like, I did the best possible and I think this is valuable for other people. From that state of mind, it's really easy for you then to say, well, other people not only deserve to learn this information, but it's going to help them. If I keep it to myself and I'm not willing to promote and market this content, it's going to hurt other people. They need to have access to this in order to improve their life to a degree, right? So there are lots of different niches and blogs and that kind of stuff. But most often as bloggers, we're trying to help people. We're trying to educate them. We're trying to share content that is useful for them and their life. And you're doing a disservice if you are not willing to market your blog articles. The big mistake that I made was that when I got started marketing, I thought I needed to market the blog. I thought I had to share my blog name and like promote it everywhere and pass out cards and like try to get people on the actual blog. This is a blog about this. It's about business tips and advice, right? I thought it was all about the blog, but it's not. It's not about the blog at all. Instead, it's about the individual articles that you write. So if you're writing an article, let's just say on like how to sell more products for your eBay store or something like that, and you have a blog that's about online business, you're not going to go and try and promote your blog on all these different Facebook groups. It doesn't make sense. Instead, you're gonna wanna promote an individual article on those Facebook groups because you're gonna get then people to that article that are interested in learning how to sell products on eBay or how to make more sales with Amazon or whatever the niche of your blog is. And then after they're on your website, they're gonna explore some of the other content that you have going there. And once they've done enough exploration, they're gonna take away, oh, this is a blog about online e-commerce, or this is a blog about how to have a side hustle, a hobby, selling stuff online, right? So it all starts with marketing individual articles, not marketing the blog. The second realization I had was I would come out with an article that was, I did all my headline stuff, I did all of the adhering to a good format, the perfect blog article format, etc. And I would get visitors. I'd share it on social media and I get this burst or this boost in visitors, right? And it would be like this kind of like this mountaintop, and it would be like, wow, that's amazing. And then 2 days later or 3 days later, they had all left. They hadn't gone to the rest of my site. And I was like, what is going wrong here, right? And then I'd come out with another article. I'm like, well, I gotta share this one. So then I'd share that one, and then I'd come out with another one, then I'd share that one. And I'd just keep getting these like boosts and dips of traffic, right? Of people coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out. And what I realized over time is that that is actually a flawed marketing strategy. Instead, I shifted my focus and I started to abide by what's known as the 80-20 principle. The 80-20 principle says that 80% of your results in an activity come from 20% of your efforts. Now, what does that mean in more tangible terms? That means 80% of the traffic to your blog is likely going to come from 20% of the articles that you've written. Only a small handful of the articles that you've written are going to become massively popular in social media sites, in search engines, etc. This extends to every single area in life. If you're a writer, it's rarely the fact that all of your books that you've written sell best. Likely 20% of the books you've written make up 80% of the sales which you are generating online. Same thing goes for YouTube videos, right? It's not every YouTube video I publish that's most popular. It's 20% of the YouTube videos that I publish end up generating 80% of the overall views for the channel. Same thing with podcasts. Same thing with any other medium out there, right? You're kind of getting the gist here. So 20% of the articles you actually write are going to be the ones that catch on in a larger sense and bring in massive traffic into your blog. So rather than focusing on religiously and specifically, intensively promoting every article that you write, instead, you're going to want to pick the right articles to promote and double down on those. So maybe write a really comprehensive guide that's 3,000 words long that goes step by step through some kind of a process. That is a great piece of content to continue to market month after month after month until it finally begins to catch on and it continues to grow and continues to bring in more people into the blog. And what those people are going to do is they're going to join your newsletter, they're going to check out other articles you've written. Rather than having very scattered energy of I'm promoting this article and then that one, instead you're doubling down on just the few article types that are designed to get the most traffic possible to your blog. So again, this is the 80-20 principle in practice. Spend focus on 20% of the articles that are designed to drive 80% of the traffic to your blog. Not only is it a better and more effective use of your time, but it's also a great way to grow your overall traffic to your site. Now you might be at this point in this video where you're like, okay, Sal, just tell me, right? You're sharing all the mindset stuff, but like, what about the actual practical things when it comes to this, right? Well, you already know it. I'm willing to bet you already know some of the easy ways that you can promote your article. You can share it on social media. You can build up your social media profiles. You can share it on different social media groups. You can promote it in online forums, right? You can talk about it and you can send emails to your friends or to other people in your industry who might like this article. You can publish it on LinkedIn. You can share it on LinkedIn groups. You can share it on Reddit and different social bookmarking sites like that, like Product Hunt. Product Hunt is another one very similar to Reddit. There are so many places and avenues online that you can share this. There isn't like a lack of abundance of those, right? So you probably already know what you should be doing and where you should be promoting. And if not, you need to do your homework. You need to sit down, do some research for an hour and find out all the major sites where people in your industry are sharing their articles and also where the readers are discovering their content. So go beyond social media if you want to. You could even get to PR. You can get to blogger outreach. Like for example, if you wrote a really comprehensive article, the top 10 experts in the fitness industry, why don't you email those experts that you wrote about, tell them you mentioned them in a blog article, and ask them to tweet it out to their thousands of followers, right? There are so many ideas in order to get more and more visitors to the blog. In addition, capturing the information of the visitors you already have, building up an email list, getting them to then open those emails and go on your new articles that you're writing, going and writing a guest post for another blogger, where you're writing an article for another blog as a guest contributor, which then gives you the opportunity to link back to your own blog. So I really don't buy the fact that this is what is limiting you. I think it's the fact that we need to get much more serious about creating a marketing and promotion plan and promoting the right articles. We talk a lot about that in our online course. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. If you do have more questions, leave it in the comments down below. Come subscribe if you want more videos like this. My name is Salvador Brigman, and I will see you next time.
If you found this video helpful, please click the like button below and subscribe to our channel for more useful content.